reasons like we have occupation. That's one of the reasons we don't have authority. So people doesn't have like to clean. Well, in London there's freedom. So that's why like there's a set clear authority. So people keep it clean.
فبتسفش إلا سيارة واحدة بتيجي تحمل الزبالة تروح على السواحل وعلى الدرية وعلى دولة وبتقعد مثلا الزبالة أسبوع من المنطقة مش مشهور لأن العربية بتطول من الأبيض.
In Abu Dhabi, we have only one truck to collect the rubbish for like the whole town. It's like 80,000 people. So sometimes like the waste will stay in the streets for like a few days. While in London, you can see like there's plenty and plenty, hundreds of these trucks collecting the rubbish.
مثلا يمكن في أكثر من سيارة بلندن بتكون. هلا خلينا نسمع صبري.
And now she's introducing something for you.
All waste from Abu Dis and Sawahra and Brittany and from Ali Adumi settlement put in landfill called Al Abdali. There are many children and men work there in Al Abdali and they use the van and machine to put the waste on the ground and cover the waste with soil. The landfills Al Abdali, it's near from Abu Dis and the other valley. There is many animals like dogs, bears and vermins. Some waste go through a process called incineration. Also another way of getting rid of waste is through sewage. This is where all the waste from the drains washed up. And now Muhammad will tell you
إذا كان التلوث في أبو ديس التلوث بأثر على سكان أبو ديس يعني له آثار جانبية سيئة كتير.
He will talk about the pollution in Abu Dhabi, and he will talk mainly about the side effects that the pollution and the waste, the recycling or the misusage of the waste, how like affect the life in Abu Dhabi.
وأنا هلا بتحكي عن الآثار الجانبية لدفن النفايات في الأراضي البلدة.
And he will tell you mainly about how we bury the rubbish and the waste in the lands of Abu Dhabi.
هذا الإشي سبب عديد من الأمراض زي السرطان.
This process causes a lot of side effects, mainly like diseases like cancer, for example.
وأثر على جودة الأراضي الزراعية والمزروعات.
And also affected the quality of the agricultural lands and how they can be like the productivity of the agricultural lands.
وهذا الإشي بخالف حقوق الإنسان بالحصول على أكل نظيف.
And this is complete like a violation. It's caused because the occupation needs to town bury the waste. So this is a clear violation against the human rights about having a clean environment and a clean agricultural harvest.
وصحة جيدة بعيدا عن التلوث والأمراض.
And everyone have a healthy life away from diseases.
وكمان حرق النفايات وما يسببه من أمراض في الجهاز النفسي.
And also sometimes we burn these waste, so this also will cause some diseases for the breathing system.
وهلا شان بدها تحكي عن recycling.
And he's introducing Shan, so she's going to talk about recycling.
So the majority of us recycle, and in London, recycling is a very normal thing, and in some boroughs it's compulsory.
Can you speak louder, please?
However, in Abu Dhabi there is no recycling, and they have said that they really like the idea of recycling, so would love it if there was recycling in Abu Dhabi. And now Romy will talk about Parkwood.
We went in Parkwood and have a camp there, so we recycle stuff such as food, water and stuff. So we've learned how to recycle food and like compost them. So it will be like recyclable items and stuff. So yeah, we've learned so many stuff.
What do you do with the compost?
Oh, we use them for the plant in Parkwood and gardening and stuff.
now we will show you the animation movie. But yeah, okay.
Hi, my name is Lujain. I'm 15 years old. I'm 10th grade. I'm from Abdis, Palestine.
Hi, my name is Bassel. I'm from Jerusalem in Palestine. I'm 14 years old. I'm in the 9th grade. I study in St. George's School in Jerusalem.
So you've both come over with the Abadis, with the Kadva crew.
Yeah.
And how long have you been? So we're in London now.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk a bit about the trip and what's happening, where you are, and what it is?
Okay.
Do you,
We both say or
yeah, why don't you start and then...
yeah. We have two both different trip. First, I will talk about my trip. Get out from Abu Dis to Jordan. We take 17 hours because the checkpoints, and because it was very crowded, so many people, and the Israeli people stop us. Israeli soldiers stop us. I don't know why. And before the checkpoints, we were take 2 hours to go to Jordan. But after we have taken 17 hours. And
So it's a journey that could take 2 hours and it took you 17 hours.
Yes, that's it.
When I will go to Jordan. I go from Jerusalem to the Jordan Bridge. It took me 3 hours. Because I have a Jordan passport
And Jerusalem ID.
and Jerusalem ID.
But I have West Bank ID and the Palestinian passport.
And
So it took me 17 hours.
on 12 p.m. I was in Jordan, but they were late because the group have a Palestinian ID.
So they have Palestinian passports. So it took you a lot longer.
Yeah.
And this is all part of your journey to come to London.
Yeah. And from Jordan to London, it took us like 4 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours, okay. You know, Jordan, it's next to Palestine and took us 17 hours, but London is far away from Jordan and took us 5 hours. It was very hard to us and we were tired.
So what's the difference between the ID colors? Like what's your ID color, Lujain? And what's your ID color, Bassel?
Okay, my ID color is green. And it's allowed for West Bank, just for West Bank. I can go to Jerusalem and I can go for the Israel land. And that's it.
I have a blue ID. It allows me to go in all Palestine, but I can't live in the West Bank with my father.
You can't?
No, because my father have a green ID.
So you can't live together. So where does your father live?
He live in Abu Dis. I go and see him in the morning, but I can't stay with him all the day. Then I go to our house in Jerusalem. I live with my mother and grandparents in the house.
So how long does it take you to get from your house to your father's house to visit?
2 hours.
2 hours. And how many miles is that? Do you know? Is it?
المسافة قديش كانت سابقا؟ قديش صارت؟
Before the war, it take me 5 minutes.
So it's a 5-minute walk or drive, and it takes you 2 hours
Then
to drive. You drive for 2 hours to visit your father
after the war, 2 hours
because of the
driving
wall,
a car or a
the
bus.
barrier.
But before the war, it took me 5 minutes.
Yes, I remember. When I was child, when I go to Jerusalem, it took me like 5 hours, 5 minutes, sorry. But now I can go.
You're not allowed.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the right ID.
Yes.
Abu Dis is a village in Jerusalem. But when the Israeli occupation put the war,
Separated us.
separated Abu Dis,
Gosh.
from Jerusalem.
So these are journeys of about 2 miles, maybe? About a few miles.
Yes.
Takes you a few hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's far away.
الميل عبارة عن
أنا بعرف
كيف؟
إن بوديس بعيد عن جيروسلم 4 كيلومتر.
4 كيلو تقريبا 2.5 ميل 2.5 miles. So it's distance from your house in Abu Dhabi to the old city in Jerusalem. من داركم انتو دار لا سيدك ده باب الصباط تعرف باب الصباط الكل بدها تقريبا 2.5 miles 2.5 miles. Okay, because Jane lived somewhere like she lived in different town which is like little bit سواحل.
Yes, yeah. No.
So,
لا نحن أقرب على القدس.
عباد القديم لا احنا اقرب.
البلد القديم ما بعرف بس بشوف.
احنا بنحكي القدس الشرقية بنحكي البلد القديم عشان هيك. انت بتيجي من ابو ديس لسه بعدين تطلع على القدس صح؟ بينما بس دار في اول ابو ديس. قريب كثير على القدس صح؟
So, should we talk a bit about this trip and your involvement in Camden Abu Dis project?
Okay.
Is that good to move on to that?
نحكي شوي عن رحلتكم هنا وكيف كامدن في شو سويتوا هنا وكيف كتفة تعاونت المشروع هذا. بدك تحكي بالعربي بس تحكي بترجمك.
ماشي.
أو بكتب لك أنا هنا.
First day when we came here, they make us a party. Then the next day we go to a camp. His name Bertwood, and we stay there like 2 days.
2 days.
And we have so many fun because it was my first time camping, and we sleep in sleeping bag. It was so fun, but there's so many insects because the nights, you know, and it was raining. It's difficult for us. It was raining because in Palestine it's so hot, very hot, and here it was raining, and we didn't bring with us warm clothes. So Nagita gave us a warm clothes, and we have so much fun. Basically, he will talk about specific something.
And the camp, in the morning we wake up and go to take our breakfast. Then we go in a silent in 8 o'clock. We wake up and go take our breakfast. Then we go in a silent walk in the hills. Then we come back to the camp and play some.
And we have been learning about
sports
compost.
And learning things.
And the compost, it's like rubbish from food, and we put it in like a box, and then we put it in the land after like 3 weeks. And we have been about recycle. It was very useful.
You're learning about recycling?
Yes, because we don't have in Palestine recycle. Just we take off the rubbish and put it in the street. And someone they take us.
Would take what they want.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell us what the theme of this trip has been and what you've been learning about? There's 2 themes, isn't there? So the environment, is it? And human rights?
Yes.
So
I will speak about human rights because when I came here and I want to talk about human rights, I talk about my two brothers. They were arrested. They both were 16 years old. One he was 1.5 years in the prison, and second one 2 weeks. And about the environment, we called Kids for Planet, and we spread out like four group, and all one group he will do about something, and my group is named Blue Group, and I do about water. And you see it today about animation. It was very information. We have so many information take, and it was very beautiful for us. And it's like a chance for life, you know. And that's it.
Maybe it's interesting you said there's the human rights and the environment. So you found a relationship between those?
Yes.
Do you want to say something about that?
Would you like to first explain the 4 different categories that we...
Like water, it's when Israel take the water. It stops us to take our need from the water, you know. Can't wash, cook, drink. So that's why between human rights and environment. And that's
I will talk about the land in Palestine. Israeli occupation take our lands, all lands in Palestine. They occupied it. We have
percent Palestinian land, percent 12 in 100.
So you have 12% of the land.
Yeah. And they make the straighted wall. They took most of the lands and settlements. It's like a village, but big village on our lands. We have 2 settlements near Abu Dis. 2?
3.
So 3
settlements
of illegal settlements of Israeli people living nearby.
And the waste, when the 3 settlements take the waste, they put it in our village. That causes so many diseases, and maybe sometimes I know some family, they have someone they die from that disease because the wild animal came and they you know, it was disgusting and it's not beautiful, and really it's very hard for us to live in when you have so many waste around your village. And that's when we talk about energy.
The energy in Palestine is so little, no energy. We can't use the energy. Israel give to us not enough energy for the electrical things, and took most of the energy.
Yes,
and we can't make like here in England.
Because we need a big land
or
to
take
make,
energy from the sun
to make energy, and Israel take the land, so we can't have energy. So we buy it from Israel and give us the double price, and she sell for Israeli people you know, less than the price. And
so obviously you found quite a lot of links between your situation at home. How has that been talking to British young people here, the people that you've been meeting in Camden?
Yeah.
Have you found links then? How's it been meeting English people?
شو يعني ساندونا؟ ساندونا.
Supported.
They supported us. The children from here, they supported us because we don't have freedom, and they were very good with us. It's very nice, and I love them all. And when I tell them my story once a time, someone cry because don't have, because we don't have a good life in Palestine.
Here, the children with our group, English kids, they didn't take it easy. They didn't believe the stories, but we say to them it's really stories. We talk about the prison and the kids that the Israeli soldiers take them to the jails. Like me, they took me for 2 hours in the military jail.
So you were in a military jail for 2 hours, did you say?
Not in the jail, the jeep.
Oh, in the jeep. Okay.
They beat me and kicked me. And there, one of the group, they took him in the jeep too, for 3 hours or 4 hours.
We have one from the group who was arrested.
Yeah, I think we'll talk to him as well.
And I have
two, not one.
So why did they take you in the jeep?
What? I was going to see my father, and they thought me I was burning Molotov on them.
You know what's Molotov?
Yeah. So they thought you had Molotov, so they took you in the jeep.
Yeah,
but you didn't have any Molotov. So they searched you?
Yeah.
And then they kept you for 2 hours?
I told you, we have so many children, they were sent like my brothers and like Bassel and like to our person from our group, my brother. They took them, no reason, they just took them, put it in the jail. It was very hard to live this reality, It's difficult. We are just children, can't live this way. Okay.
Yeah, how does that make you feel?
Very angry, very sad. I don't like Israel because there's no Israel. There's Palestine.
They didn't have any human rights.
But what would happen to you if you want to spend the night at your father's house? بدك تنام ليلة في دار أهلك عند أبوك، شو بصير فيك؟
They will take my ID, and they will send me to Jordan alone.
Gosh. I just wanted to ask you a bit more if your personal response is more about this project, about the CADFA project at the visit. And I just wanted to ask you, what has it meant to you to come and be part of this project?
It's meant a lot, we are children and we are in the big project. It's meant a lot for small children. It was very, yes, it's mean a lot. Can't describe it because it means a lot for me to come and to talk with the children here and with people here.
What was the best bit?
I met new people.
Sorry.
I met new people here, English people. Very nice.
Okay. And do you think you'll stay in touch when you go back, or?
Yes, they took our Facebook and our email.
So you're on Facebook at home?
Yeah.
Great. Super. And do you think, is there anything, would you like to talk about anything that you think will change or that you'll take back with you when you go home after being part of this?
Memories. We will have memories. And I'm absolutely sure when we will back, the children here and the people here, they will tell the another people about our story, and that will help us to know there's some people know there is Palestine, not Israel, and that help us, that help our feeling inside us.
بدك تحكي عن حالك والاعتقال بشكل مختصر، كل الأمور اللي حصلت.
14/9/3 الساعة 2:30 في الليل أول يوم المدرسة هو بكى فيه، أجا الجيش على الدار، دقوا الباب ما حدا فتح لهم، دقوا ما حدا فتح. أنا بكيت نايم على البرندة، فتحوا شباك البرندة، دخلوا من الشبابيك، بكوا فوق راسي وصحوني والبوريد على راسي. وبعديها صحيت، بقي بدهم ياخذوني واهلي ما يعرفوش، اهلي نايمين. اجت اختي طراد شافتهم عاودت رجعت صحت اهلي. اجوا اهلي، لما اهلي شافوهم ابوي قالوا شو بدك شو بدكم؟ هو الجندي بقول له بدنا خليل. فابوي بقول له خليل صغير عمره 13 سنه، شو بدكم فيه؟ قاصر تحت سن القانوني. فالضابط قال لابوي بدنا ناخذ نستجوبه نحكي معاه بنروح لك اياه. قال له ابوي بدنا ولد صغير اذا بيطلع بطلع معاه مرة. فقال له ماشي. طلعت راحت لبست وكلبشوني وغمى عيناي وطلعنا. حطوني في جيب وابوي في جيب، انا بلو في ضرب في الجيب، ومن باب دارنا لما عالجوا بيهم وهم يضربوا فيا. بعديها دخلونا على التحقيق. طول في التحقيق وهو المحقق يستجوب في اشي مش مسويه انا، اني وقع ورقة انا مش مسويها. رفضت، حكيت لا بعرفش، جيب لي الورقة بالعربي بوقع بس بالعبري بفهمش بوقعش. طفى الضوء ضربني كرسي حديد على جنبي احمى ما عنده، وقعت على الارض اغمى علي فوق وانا مغمى علي بلا في ضرب في زيادة. وصحي ضل يستجوب ما طلعش فيش لانه بده يلبك لي تهمة انا ما يليش فيها. فبعد يوم اللي هو جايب لي ابوي حطه ورا القزاز، فبكل هيئة ابوك دفع الكفالة بده يروح، حكى له وقع عشان تروح. فانا بعرف